In this last tutorial, in this set of sessions, I've just gone through and finished all of the smoothing, all of the curves, played around with the timing a bit more, particularly on the feet, tried to get this foot to kind of drag behind a little bit, a bit of a snappier timing when it hits the ground to give it a bit more impact. So just generally change the timing up a little bit and smooth all the curves out. So the result we get from that, okay. All the bottom mechanics in there, hopefully a bit of weight in there, a bit of follow through, a bit more anticipation, and smooth, organised curves. So the last one I'm going to do with this is add a bit of secondary animation. So we've got this character with a stick, and when the stick comes down I want it to have a bit more of a flex on that. So basically it carries on moving when the impact hits. So there's a couple of ways to do this, and we could use a bone structure within this. What I'm going to do is actually use a modifier called flex. So it just changes over to perspective viewport. Let's grab this stick and zoom in on this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I don't want this flex modifier to affect all of the cylinder, especially around where the hand is. I want that to remain pretty stiff. And the rest of the area going upwards, I want more flex on that. So there's a modifier that we can use to do this, which is the down at the bottom, volume select. If I just click on the plus to this and go into the gizmo, this actually shows us a bounding box around this, or a bounding cylinder around this, and this is the area that this is going to affect. It's easier to see if I just go in and actually select this stack selection level to vertex. What I'm going to do with the gizmo is just with this local coordinate system, I'm just going to drag this up so that only these areas are red, and red just means that that's a full influence over these vertices. I don't want this an abrupt change from this, so what I am going to do is just go in this and down at the bottom, just click on soft selection. I'm just going to drag this out a little bit just to blend that out a little bit more on these areas. So what that's going to do is it's going to allow any modifier we had on top of this selection now to only work on these selected vertices. So let's go in and add a flex modifier. So if we were just to go through and play this, this would go kind of crazy. So what I can do is just stiffen that up. Let's go into this. I'm going to go in and set the flex to be a bit lower. Strength. To come down a little bit, and just a little less sway on this. Okay, so you can see that's got a little bit of flex on it. Let's just look at this from my camera. And again, let's just do a preview on this. So that just adds another dimension to the animation, just having that secondary animation on there. And you can do that with all sorts of things. You could do that with ponytails, any kind of hair extensions on there. Props, if you want to have that kind of flexibility on them. Quite a useful tool for just quickly adding a bit of secondary animation onto the animation itself. Okay, and that's the end of these sessions.